when we launched, so they're in May 24th of 2011, we did a big ribbon cutting, and we were sort of launching the service sort of ceremoniously. The paper came out on my birthday on the 26th, so it was kind of nice. But in that speech that I gave at the ceremony, I said, it's going to change the way we think about ourselves as a city, as a place. And I think it has. I think the value of Selkirk Transit wasn't the initial rides that it provided, the initial connections with people. It was, we now have a service in place, here's the routes. Whenever we develop, as we've been growing, and we've been a growing city ever since, and I think transit has played a big role in that. But as we've been growing thinking about, well, how do we grow with public transit? And now, how do we grow with public transit and active transportation as a core service that we provide in our community? So, you can say, oh, we have to wait until there's a density. But the problem with that is, as your city evolves and grows, you will never get that density because you're depending on the personal vehicle to move people around. Well, the personal vehicle comes with the land use cost of parking. So you'll always have to provide parking. So because you're using so much space for, temporarily storing cars, you can never achieve the density that you need for public transit. You just have to start with public transit and evolve into that. So we see a lot more apartment blocks, you see a lot more density coming to Selkirk because people have choice, because they can walk, they can take transit, they don't need 3 vehicles for their family. You can be a little more car light. So I think the fact that we have public transit is allowing the city to evolve and become more sustainable and a more thriving urban place because we've created that option for people. So it's going to be a multi-year project. We're still, in my mind, we're still in the beginning of Selkirk Transit. The West End Constant Plan foresees a transit, and so it's been planned around that. There's planning for a dedicated transit lane on our new like a mixed urban use roadway. So we're thinking in 50 years that we're going to have a transit, and we should plan for that. Winnipeg evolved without a mass transit system, and they're having a heck of a time trying to add it after the fact. The biggest cities, the most progressive cities in the world, added mass transit early, right? And now it can evolve and grow around it. So I think the value of having started transit when we did was we're going to grow into an urban form that facilitates good and heavy use of public transit in a way that makes a more sustainable community.